guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink, and today I'm going to talk about precise intermediate rock guitar. A really important, interesting topic. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So what are you talking about? Today I produced a track here. You want to be really precise at this one. Yeah, and so on. What is the secret to being precise on a rock guitar? And being precise on rock guitar is really the key to really sound great and sound tight, and you're like, whoa, this guy can play. That's really the secret of being a great rock guitar player. I've chosen a tempo here of 80 BPM, which is really kind of, it's a bit of pain in the ass, because it's like you have chewing gum on your shoes, and it's really hard to, in this tempo you have to be really sure what you're doing. And so this is a very good example and very good exercise for you guys to work on your precision on your rock guitar. So first we're going to check out the main riff, and then check out the rhythm figures which are played within this rock riff. And it's really essential that you know what you're doing, that you practice the parts which you're doing, and really being precise and starting to get relaxed on this. And this gives you the main features to getting really precise in rock guitar. So let's get started. So let's check out this really simple riff, but in music nothing is really simple if you want to play it well, So we really want to check out what is going on here. So well, let's do the more simple one that you can really focus on the rhythm. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, the main riff is like this. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you're playing 8 notes on the open A string. So then you're playing 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And 4 you stop, and then and second time the second chord comes on 3 ends. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So first time you switch to the other chord on 3, and second time on 2 and. You can also make it a more difficult version, which is the original. Here it will be like this. So here in the 2nd fret, pink in the 5th over the G and B string. And then comes a little single note line. And this one starts on 3 and is 1, 2, 3, 3 and 2 8 notes on 4. And now it goes to the second part to F5 on 1, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And you switch to the next chord on 2 and that's the whole thing. So let's play this here. What you can do is when you go to the F5, you play 2/16 notes on 4 hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chaka. And really practice this, that it has to be, you know, look like chaka. That this comes really precise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the whole riff. It's basically the same rhythm figures which repeat themselves all the time. So make sure you have them really precise. You have here 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the whole riff, okay? So now when we start to work with this material, but we make variations on the content, but we're keeping the main rhythm. So one thing is, which is really important, and I cannot highlight enough how important this is, and many good players have failed on this, and I always have to watch that I also do it well, is playing the proper steady 8 notes. Open A string, exactly on the beat, it has to be really exactly. And tempo 8 is really a pain in the ass, because you know you always tend to be, you want to be fast, but it's like slow but not totally slow, and it, you know, really have to be really concentrated and really work it out on 80 BPM really. And you notice at the start I always also needed to tune in to the tempo. You know, you need to tune into the tempo. Once you can practice a specific tempo, that you have the right vibe to get into it, and just play straight A notes. Ain't easy on 80 BPM. And then once you feel comfortable with the straight steady 8s, then you add sorry, the second part. And also, you know, like tough, like a tough guy, really extremely precise. And then everything is always relaxed, and you're always inside the boundaries of timing and space, okay? That's really the secret. Then you add the other part. I play the more easy part. Well, you can also play, you can play like this, or here in the 5th and the 7th fret. If it's too disturbing to make this thing, it's more important to be precise than play the fancy chords, okay? And you really have to be relaxed and really tough on the timing. And then you start, and also that you control your harmonics and still being precise. It looks easy, but it ain't, especially on an 80 BPM. go to the soloing. Now we pull in the rhythm parts which we already did into the soloing. What is really important is again that you have a few little features or little rhythm features which you really can play on the top. Okay, so one would be you can take this one here. You can play this rhythm figure, so it starts on 3 and you use this in your soloing. So you can use this opening phrase 1, 2, 3, and then you just play a 60-note run, or you play the same rhythm, something like this, or a 60-note figure which starts on 3 and. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now since we are on 80 BPM, 60 notes should not be a problem, but they have to be really precise, you know. And use really simple stuff, but really put your attention on the proper articulation, the proper phrasing. So 60 have an accent, the taka 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 taka, you know. You can play the pentatonics and make an accent always on the first of the 60 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This will make your little run here, even really simple sound, way better than without. 3, 4. Okay? Or you can play any kind of run like this here. And now I don't have a delay. I'm going to quickly switch on the delay. So then we have more oomph on the soloing. And when you have work with delays, then it's even more important to be precise, because the delay just repeats what you're doing and makes, if you're precise, you're going to sound great. If you're not precise, you're going to sound like shh, you know. See, I just worked with 60-note runs, simple pentatonics, plus a bending and adding the riff in between. And when you play the stuff precise, you're the go-to guy. If not, you're the throw-out guy. Let's do it. Put it that way. It's rock guitar is really a simple genre when it comes to the tools you're using. But it's not simple when it comes to precision, because that's the main thing in it. Yo guys, that was precise intermediate rock guitar. It's only a few little things which you need to learn, but I cannot highlight enough how important it is that you have your things together. And you know, once you have 3-4 tools which work precisely, you can build upon that. That's the foundation of the whole thing. but also um, keeping things simple but musically great. Makes it sound way better than you try complicated stuff, and you're not sure what you're doing. That will not really work. It's really better that you know what you're doing. And as I already said, 80 BPM is really a hard tempo, because it's, as I said, it's like chewing gum on your shoes. Like, I want to play faster, but you cannot. And you have to always keep this laid back feeling and not a front runner feeling. And on 80 BPM, it's really hard. I'm gonna write down a few tabs of the stuff I was talking about, that you got an idea what it's about. Plus this backing track, it's gonna be available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there with a premium member account. And me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye.